Today we're gonna go over just how I got sponsored. Today we are gonna go over just how I got sponsored. Everybody wants to get sponsored because who doesn't want free golf clubs? And also, I'll give you guys tips on just how you can get sponsored. And also, we're gonna go over the clubs that I have that I'm gonna take to my qualifier. What clubs will I take? We're gonna find out. So my name is Luke Peavy. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. Happy to have you guys along. Let's go, baby. Also, the Sandbagger drop is this Saturday, 12 p.m. noontime, Eastern time. You guys are not gonna miss this. It's a pre-order sale. There's only a limited supply. The shirts are absolutely dope. So let's get into how I got sponsored. So how did I get sponsored? How did I get sponsored? Well, it started off on TikTok, and then I started YouTube, and then I started Instagram. Not on Twitter yet, not on Snapchat, but we'll get there. I was on TikTok making, pretty funny videos. I like making funny videos on TikTok / just kind of trick shot kind of videos. I ended up just started posting those, and then one day I had one kind of mini blow up, which was like 100,000. I got a few thousand followers, and I was like, holy moly. Meanwhile, Full Send, who are Nelk boys, they ended up contacting me saying, hey, we want you to do a trick shot video with our merchandise on. They sent me like a ton of merchandise. I was like, holy cow. And like they have 3 million followers on Instagram. Probably had 3,000 followers on TikTok at the time. I do that for them. It wasn't really anything special. Pretty cool to have, a ton of merchandise just sent to me. And at the time, I really wasn't doing Sandbagger Golf Co. Thinking about it, but I didn't do it at the time. Started Sandbagger Golf Co., which I had other companies like Apparel Companies come after me, and they were like, hey, we want to send you our polos, we want to give you affiliate links, we want to give you blah, 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 blah. I had to really deny all of them because I was like, I want to start my own company. I don't want to have an affiliate link with another company. I want to make my own clothes. I want to have my own hats. I declined all of those. I had probably, at the time, 20,000 followers. I had a viral video of like a few million, like 3 to 4 million views. PXG contacted me. There was a group of us that they were taking in, smaller TikTok people who they were gonna bring a part of their brand. Yeah, sign me up. They would give me a putter and a driver, and then they would pay me for the other few videos that I did. And I was thinking at first I was gonna get a full set of clubs, but I didn't. So there was a few other small creators in there and who are also some of my good friends now. Sam, he's big on TikTok now. He has like 180,000. I've loved seeing everybody in our group kind of grow as we've gone up together. So they reached out to me doing that. We came to terms on getting a full bag of clubs. And these are the Gen 5 irons. That's kind of a little background of how I got sponsored through PXG. Here's the tips I'll give you if you want to get sponsored. So it's going to be really tough to get sponsored through golf, but if you have TikTok following, that's the biggest wave kind of right now. I've been getting a lot of questions. How did I get kind of sponsored? How is it from golf? Is it from social media kind of stuff? And this was purely social media. I just happen to be a competitive golfer. And some of the people that do it aren't even really competitive. So it's really cool to see they're bringing in a lot of different kind of people. Post kind of funny stuff and kind of different stuff. You gotta be different than everybody else. Don't copy everybody else. You gotta be different. Post on TikTok. You really never know what's gonna blow up. It could be the most random thing. And then companies really like to see people who are very consistent and know who are going to post more and more and more. That is kind of the tips I would give you. So be consistent with your post, and eventually you will have one that does pretty well, and then more than likely you'll have companies kind of reaching out to you. So that's my tips on that, and that's kind of how I got sponsored through PXG. Was I really looking for a sponsorship? No, it just came out of the blue. They reached out to me, and sometimes in life, that's just how it works. It reaches out to you when you're very consistent. Be consistent, guys. Post, 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 and you just never know what can happen. Let's get into what I actually got am I gonna be playing these in my US Open qualifier next week? That is a great question. Let me take a sip of coffee for that one. So I was pretty skeptical at first. I was like, should I play these, should I not? The wedges are insane. They feel amazing. I was like, man, I wanted to really hit them. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stick with my clubs. Well, I went to go make a video kind of for TikTok and I was hitting the irons and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm really not gonna play these. These feel so amazing. I felt like if I didn't play them, I would probably regret not playing them. Genuinely believe that these are gonna help my game in right now and in the future. I talked to kind of coaches slash friends and I was like, dude, these feel amazing. I hit them really good. The only thing that they told me was make sure you get your yardages down. I got fit for these on Tuesday. I got these by Friday. They overnight shipped them straight to my house. And I don't think they do that for everybody, but they wanted to get these out because these are the Gen 5s. They came out literally Thursday and I got them Friday. Heck, I was not expecting to get them that quick. So I wasn't really worried about having to make the decision of, am I gonna play these or am I not gonna play these? They were like, yeah, do it. If you really feel comfortable with it, do it. I decided that I am going to play almost everything out of the PXG minus the 5-wood. I love my SimMax 5-wood and obviously the STX putter staying in the bag because she's my baby. She's not leaving me. She is the most loyal club in my bag and the most dominant club in my bag. So no, I know you guys were worried about that. She's not going nowhere. STX for life, baby. Let's go. We'll go through the bag real quick of what I'm actually gonna be playing in the US Open qualifier. Now, I do have a little over a week for this, and today is actually my practice round. What did I get? Shafts and all, and this bag is absolutely sick. I don't know if you can see it in the frame, you probably can't, but this camo, light gray camo, dirty. Also, the head covers match the color of the bag. All right, let's get into it. We're starting off with the Sugar Daddy wedges. I got the 60, the 56, and then the 52. I got them all in the higher lofted bounce because one of my coaches always told me, he said, you need more bounce more than anything. It's better to have more bounce than less bounce. These are the Sugar Daddy 2s. These are the newest of the line. These are insane. So they go all the way across, if you can see that right there. They go all the way across, kind of like a waffle. And it took a little second to get used to that. Dude, these things are insane. I've already played, I think, 2 rounds. I've had 3 chip-ins. Yeah, these are insane. And these have the 125 wedge flex, kind of, a nip-on modus. I think I got the modus in all of my irons, actually. Let's just grab this 6 iron. And these are all the same. 6 iron, here it is. These are the Gen 5s. See if it, there it is. These are the Gen 5s. You know, a lot of people had mixed feelings about the back of the club, but I really don't care about the back of the club. All I care about is how it looks at a dress. Biggest thing that matters to me. It just looks so clean. Maybe like a little bit more of a blade than mine from a dress. When you look at it from behind, it's a little bit thicker. So there's a little bit more forgiving than my JPX 900s. And I love Mizuno irons. These are really a little different. And these are the 0311 Ts Gen 5. So these are the brand new ones. And he put me in the Modus 120. So I was swinging the KBS C-Taper Lights 115X. So this is a little bit heavier and I can definitely feel the weight in the head a little bit more. And I like that. Everything just feels better. And I feel like this is just gonna improve my game and I would regret it if I didn't play these. That brings us to, let's go to the 5-wood. So I'm keeping my SimMax 5-wood. I'm very comfortable with it. I've hit so many shots with it. The 3-wood, I never hit a 3-wood really. Rarely off the tee is when I'll hit it. But I did hit it off the ground yesterday on a par 5, hit the green in 2. This is the biggest improvements they've made are on their fairway woods. The newest driver, the Gen 5 0311. You know, I was honestly surprised at this. When I got fitted for it, it's hard to tell when you're on inside. I like to see my ball like in person and see which way it's actually going. Even though I know TrackMan, it's usually gonna pick up the right things. All my other clubs were not really fitted for me. This is really fit for me, and this is gonna keep the butter fade, guys. Don't you worry. I got the butter fade in the bag, and this actually makes it better. You know, a lot of people have mixed thoughts on I shouldn't play this, I shouldn't play that, but you know what? I'm playing it. I am super grateful, super blessed. These bad boys are going into play. I'm ready to get my practice round today at Marietta Country Club. The Sandbagger Drop is this Saturday, guys. And if you guys made it this far, I'm gonna give you the sneak peek of the first photos. You will not wanna miss this. I love you guys. Thanks for always watching. Let's get after it, baby. Let's go.